Welcome back to Bike Hub. Today, we're shifting gears from two wheels to four, diving into one of the most legendary names in American muscle car history, the Chevrolet Camaro Z28. For decades, the Z28 has been more than just a car. It's been a symbol of raw power, racing heritage, and that aggressive American spirit that refuses to be ignored. From its first appearance in the late 1960s, built to battle on the Trans Am racing circuit, to its evolution through decades of innovation, the Z28 represents Chevrolet's ultimate commitment to speed and performance. So buckle up, because today we're taking you through a deep dive into the history, evolution, performance, and cultural impact of the Camaro Z28, a car that's as fierce on the street as it is on the track. Origins: born to compete. The Camaro Z28 story begins in 1967, just 1 year after the Camaro itself debuted as Chevrolet's answer to the Ford Mustang. While the Mustang was stealing headlines, Chevy wasn't about to sit back. They wanted a machine that could not only compete but dominate, especially on the racetrack. Enter the Z28 package. The Z28 wasn't just a flashy badge, it was an option code designed for Trans Am racing. Chevy engineers stuffed in a 302 cubic inch V8 engine, carefully sized under the 305 cubic inch racing limit. The result? A high revving small block that made around 290 horsepower, though insiders knew it produced much more. The first gen Z28 was a street legal race car. It came with upgraded suspension, quick ratio steering, front disc brakes, and an unmistakable aggressive stance. What started as a competition-focused option soon became a legend. The first generation 1967 to 1969. The first-gen Camaro Z28, produced between 1967 and 1969, remains one of the most collectible American muscle cars today. The 1969 model, in particular, is considered the holy grail of Z28s. This version had bold styling, a redesigned body, and a tougher personality. It wasn't about straight-line speed alone. The Z28 was engineered to handle corners, making it a favorite among racing enthusiasts. The combination of a close ratio 4-speed manual transmission, high-revving V8, and racing pedigree made the Z28 a car that enthusiasts craved. It set the stage for decades of Camaro dominance. The second generation. The 1970s brought a new look and a new attitude. The second-generation Camaro Z28 was sleeker, wider, and more muscular. Under the hood, Chevy upgraded the engine to a 350 cubic inch LT1 V8, delivering around 360 horsepower, a serious step up from before. But as the decade progressed, so did new regulations. Emissions laws, rising insurance costs, and the oil crisis of the 1970s hit muscle cars hard. Horsepower ratings dropped, and performance took a back seat. Yet, the Z28 survived. While other muscle cars faded away or lost their soul, the Camaro Z28 adapted. It may not have had the same fire-breathing engines by the late 70s, but it remained a car built for enthusiasts who valued style, handling, and performance within the limits of the era. The third generation. The 1980s gave us the third-gen Camaro Z28, a car that brought new technology and a fresh design. This Camaro was lighter, sharper, and introduced innovations like fuel injection, 5-speed manual transmissions, and aerodynamic styling. Horsepower numbers slowly climbed back through the decade, and by the late 80s, the Z28 IROC-Z had become a cultural icon. It wasn't just a car, it was a symbol of the era, seen in movies, music videos, and posters on garage walls across America. The Z28 became the dream car of a generation. Affordable, stylish, and quick, it gave enthusiasts a chance to experience performance without breaking the bank. The fourth generation. By the early 90s, the muscle car wars were back on. The fourth-gen Camaro Z28 was leaner, more aerodynamic, and packed serious performance under the hood. The real game changer was the introduction of the LT1 and later LS1 V8 engines. The Z28 now made well over 300 horsepower, rivaling even the best European sports cars at a fraction of the price. With a 6-speed manual transmission and quarter-mile times deep in the 13-second range, the Z28 cemented itself as a modern performance bargain. It was raw, it was fast, and it carried the muscle car torch into the new millennium. The fifth generation. After a brief hiatus in the 2000s, the Camaro roared back in 2010. The retro-styled 5th-gen Camaro was a hit, but Chevy wasn't done. In 2014, they unleashed the Z28 Reborn, and it was an absolute monster. This wasn't just another muscle car. The 5th-gen Z28 was built as a track weapon. Powered by a 7.0-liter LS7 V8 from the Corvette Z06, it made 505 horsepower and came only with a 6-speed manual. No automatic, no compromises. It featured carbon ceramic brakes, a race-tuned suspension, and stripped-down weight-saving measures. Even the air conditioning was optional. The 2014 Z28 was one of the most hardcore track cars ever made by Chevrolet, proving that the Z28 spirit was alive and well. Performance breakdown. Throughout its history, the Camaro Z28 has stood apart because of its focus on balance, handling, and racing DNA. Unlike the Camaro SS, which leaned toward raw horsepower, the Z28 was always about being a driver's car. Key traits included high revving, performance-tuned V8 engines, upgraded suspensions for better handling, brakes designed for track use, a manual transmission focus, aerodynamic designs to improve speed and stability. It was this combination of raw power and refined engineering that made the Z28 unique. The cultural impact. Beyond performance, the Z28 has been deeply ingrained in American culture. From being a staple in car magazines to starring in movies and dominating drag strips, it captured the imagination of car lovers everywhere. For generations, owning a Z28 meant you had a piece of racing heritage parked in your driveway. It wasn't just transportation, it was identity, pride, and passion. Future of the Z28. As of now, Chevrolet hasn't officially confirmed a new Z28. With muscle cars evolving into the age of electric performance, many wonder what the future holds. Could we see an electric Camaro Z28 with instant torque and track-tuned handling? Or will Chevy preserve the badge for only the most hardcore gasoline-powered Camaros? One thing is certain, if a new Z28 does arrive, it will have to live up to decades of racing history and enthusiast expectations. Why the Camaro Z28 still matters. Even today, the Camaro Z28 stands as a reminder of what makes cars exciting. It's not just horsepower numbers or straight-line speed. It's about connection, between driver and machine, between history and the present, and between the thrill of racing and the freedom of the open road. The Z28 is proof that when passion meets engineering, legends are born. Conclusion. From its 1967 debut to its modern rebirth, the Camaro Z28 has always been more than just a car. It's a racing legend, a cultural icon, and a performance benchmark that continues to inspire enthusiasts worldwide. Here at Bike Hub, we celebrate machines that move us, and the Z28 is a car that has done just that for generations. Whether you're a fan of the classic 69, the 1980s IROC Z, or the brutal 2014 track car, there's no denying the Z28's place in automotive history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Camaro Z28, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. And let us know in the comments, what's your favorite generation of the Z28? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one here on Bike Hub.